Hi everyone, welcome back to Dogs Daily. It is the fourth and final game of the opening homestand this Memorial Day weekend for your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs hosting the Red River Pilots. And to my right now, we got Coach Michael Kieran already on a 3-0 start. Now just looking for the first series sweep on the season. Coach, now just still got the job to do today, as well as plenty of road games ahead of us the next 3 days, then right back here at Corbett this weekend. But let's just kind of recap these first three games this weekend. How do you think the guys have come out, or what are some things that you've liked that you have seen so far?
Well, we've won three different types of ball games, but the common theme in all three of those has been really good starting pitching. Jake threw the best game so far I've seen this year in the entire league, and then Goody game 2 was just as good, and then yesterday Jordan threw really well, and our bullpen's been really good too. So pitching wins championships, and we've won three different types of games. Game 1 we won 9-0. Game 2 won a close pitching duel. I think it was 4-3, and then last night won 7-2. And Game 1 we had a bunch of extra base hits. Game 2 we had a couple home runs, and then yesterday we didn't have an extra base hit, but we still had 12-13 hits and created a different type of offense. So it's good to win different types of ball games. It's good to be multifaceted.
Absolutely. Now, fast forward today, looking for our fourth straight victory. Already, the fans here at Corbett have seen kind of the same lineup, that same starting nine, slightly altered every time, but we're going to have a new addition out there at shortstop, I believe, today in Cameron.
Second base, yep.
At second base, Cameron Willman going to be stepping in. Tell us what you know about him.
He's a really good player, another experienced player. He started his career at Kansas State. Did really well there. Played for the Larks last summer in the Northwoods League, was a Northwoods League All-Star. And then this year, he hit over 300 with 5 home runs for the University of New Mexico. So he's a really good fielder. He's a different type of hitter than kind of what we've maybe have seen so far. High on base guy. He's really fun to watch. I think fans are going to like watching him play because he's a different type of player than what we have out there right now. He's pretty electric. He's very athletic.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to the debut of Cam Willman out of New Mexico tonight. You can catch him in the lineup, but also we have seen one inning of work from a guy who's already kind of turned into a fan favorite and just a fun guy to have around the clubhouse, left-hander out of Valley City State, Reed Butts. What can you tell us that you like about him on the mound tonight?
Yeah, he's an emotional cat on and off the field.
That's perfect.
And that can play into his strengths, He's very emotional. That's why the fans like him. He gets the dugout going, gets the clubhouse going. When he's on, I think he could be one of the best pitchers in this league. He's got good velocity from the left side, really good breaking ball, and he competes. He wants to be out there. He can win ball games with his B stuff because he's that good. And he's got a really good pickoff move. He can control the run game. So I think he'll give us a quality start. And the good thing is because we've had such good pitching up to this point, we've got some relievers today that we didn't think would be available up until this point. So if things don't go the way they're supposed to starting-wise, then we've got a couple of relievers that can really nail it down at the back of the game.
Absolutely. Well, it's already been a fantastic start on the journey to back-to-back Expedition League championships, the first in league history, and still a lot of season left, but we're like what we're seeing for the Sabre Dogs so far. So catch the first pitch tonight at 6:35, once again on the Route 2 rivalry, Sabre Dogs versus Pilots. Talking with Coach Michael Kieran. Coach, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hi and good evening, everybody. Mitch Kieran alongside with you again tonight in the First Western International Bank broadcasting booth. Calling the play-by-play to my left, Mr. Justin Levy, bringing you the action behind the scenes as our broadcasting producer, as our PA Jacob Fletcher gets things started here on this Memorial Day Monday matchup. The last of the homestand for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs and the Red River Pilots. Now the Sabre Dogs and Pilots still have 3 more matchups after tonight's. We'll finally hear the broadcasting crew from Grand Forks tomorrow. So catch the Souris Valley at Red River tomorrow. I believe a first pitch still slated for 6:35. You can go to the Expedition League on the internet to check out the full schedule, as well as SourisValleySaberDogs.com. Well, we had Coach Kieran give us the bit of the rundown. It's been a great 3 games to start things off. We saw a dominating 9-0 victory to get things going on opening day, to give everybody a great first glimpse at this year's Souris Valley SaberDogs looking to defend their Expedition League title from the 2021 championship season. And after that, they had a close one, which was a comeback that was just too short. In time, the Pilots lose 4-3, and then the SaberDogs come from behind last night. They trade off the lead a couple of times, but then they blow things open in the 6th, and Souris Valley wins last night 7-2 to enter tonight 3-0. It's going to be, once again, a battle of youth versus experience. The starting pitcher for Williston State Community College, coming from the Tetons to the Pilots this summer, it's Kobe Fredland. The start for Red River here tonight. And of course, as always, going up against that veteran batting order, but also a veteran pitcher at that, Mr. Reed Butts. And we got to give a very special shout out to a Reed Butts performance on the starting mound tonight. Well, we got Jacob Fletcher giving you the official starting lineup for the rest of the SaberDogs on ELTV for the national anthem, and then back for the first pitch at Corbett Fields. Welcome back to the Magic City. Mitch Kieran with you, and we're ready to get things started here from Corbett Fields. For the 4th and final game of this homestand, we're now going to give you the rundown. The starting 9 for the Red River Pilots, brought to you by Magic City Sweets for the best ice cream in Minot. Leading off at a left field, number 25, Joey Hayden. Batting second, the third baseman, number 6, Tyler Wiltshire. Batting third, the DH, number 26, Jason Willers. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, number 14, Carter Payne. Batting fifth at shortstop, number 1, Tanner Thompson. Batting 6th, the first baseman, number 9, Isaac Becker. Batting 7th, the second baseman, number 2, Jared Kirkman. Batting 8th, doing the catching tonight for the Pilots, number 4, Jaden Cockerell. And batting 9th, the center fielder, number 11, Alex Miller. And once again, pitching for the Pilots, Kobe Fredland. And again, Reed Butts, already a fan favorite here in Minot, just a great character, and we're hoping for another great pitching performance from our starter. Reed Butts this past spring at Valley City State, a 4-2 overall record. In 45 innings of work, he was dominant. 64 strikeouts, 18 walks given up, an ERA of 3.25, and opposing hitters could only yield a 2.11 batting average. Butts only limited to about 9 appearances, but still a tremendous pitcher. And he'll be throwing to a new catch. Butts back on the rubber. A 1-2 count to Joey Hayden. From the windup, the pitch, swing and a miss. The switch hitter, Joey Hayden, on the right side. With a strikeout in his first hitter faced. Stepping back into the 2-hole tonight for the Pilots, number 6, Tyler Wiltshire out of third base, takes the first pitch, called strike 1. Butts from the windup, the pitch, fastball, just low below the knees. Kind of had some inclement weather concerns heading into tonight's contest. Real feel at about 55 degrees right now, 63 in my. A 1-2 count to Wiltshire. And the pitch, swung on. Just got to jammed him on the fingers that time to get strike 2. Souris Valley in the all baby blues again, some really pretty uniforms, also with the navy plain caps, red numbers. And Red River back in their navies with the gold trim. 1-2. That pitch might have just gotten Wiltshire, but they're going to say he went. A pitch on the inner half. He gets the bat around. Even though it hits him, he goes down swinging. Strike 3 and out number 2. We're still waiting for a Souris Valley pitcher to strike out the side. However, in this series, the Souris Valley pitchers with 32 total strikeouts. The Pilots with just 10. So a bit of a one-sided affair on the bump. Reed Butts out of the windup. That pitch misses low in the dirt. Taken for ball 1. Back for the first time since opening day. Jason Willers, one of the top batters for Morningside. A couple of days off for him. He'll be in the DH. Hopefully he's feeling all right. He had some of the best numbers there. Batting average of around 350. Some pretty good power numbers for the Mustangs. A very good program out of Sioux City in the G-Pack. A 2-0 pitch to Willers. Butts fires in a fastball. Gets him to swing a little bit late on it. Fouls it the other way for strike one. We're streaming live on the Souris Valley Saberdogs YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe for all of the home game broadcasts here from beautiful Corbett Fields. Also be sure to subscribe, show some love for the other teams around the league so you don't miss a game for Souris Valley, either home or away. That pitch high, getting Willers to chase, and Butts evens it back up at 2-2. Butts quickly resetting from the windup. Willers back in 2-2. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. 3 hitters and 3 strikeouts for Reed Butts in his first start and second appearance for the Saberdogs. And it's Souris Valley coming up to the plate next, still scoreless on ELTV. Welcome back, coming at you live from the Magic City. It's now time to meet the Saberdogs starting 9, courtesy of Magic City Hoagies for the best darn hoagies in town. Back in the leadoff spot and doing a great job at it this year, our center fielder, Luis Palayo. Batting second, the shortstop, Davey Demeter. Batting third, the DH and RBI leader thus far, Ben Newbert. The cleanup batter, first base, Chris Monroe. Batting fifth in left, Cody Muncie. Batting sixth in right, Seth Delgado. Batting seventh at third, Alex Crouch. Batting eighth, making his Saberdog debut tonight, Cameron Willman. And batting ninth, the catcher tonight, Dustin Mertz. Back to the action we go. The first Saberdog batter of the night, Luis Palayo, on a roll through the first 3 games. And again, the pitcher, Kobe Fredland, the young gun out of Williston State. From the stretch on the first pitch, Palayo lays off one upstairs. And early this season, Palayo, through 3 games, 6 base hits and 11 at-bats. 4 runs batted in, 3 runs scored. Getting the job done. The 1-0. Palayo takes a hack at this one. It's down the line, deep in left field. That's going to be extra bases. It hits the fence. Palayo on the second pitch of the at-bat. A double off the wall. Palayo staying patient at the plate. Goes inside out. Sits on it and drives it. Oppo Taco. And now stepping in for the first time tonight, Davey Demeter. The claps to match the shanty throughout the grandstand. Hoping for another great at-bat here for the Saberdogs. Palayo across the diamond from Demeter. That pitch, first pitch curveball. Hits off the plates. Now Demeter out of Valley City State. A clean 300 average so far. Pair of doubles. And 1 run batted in the 2 spots. Still remains at shortstop. He has another middle infield co-part tonight, giving Jake Barlow the night off. Cameron Willman out of New Mexico, still awaiting his first at-bat. He'll be batting 8th tonight, just getting used in the lineup. Going to get used to the speed here of summer ball pitching. That one, a fastball right down the pipe taken for strike 1. Now Demeter. He's seen both soft and hard. Count tied up at 1-1. And now it's 1-2. Swing and a miss for Demeter. Going to try to battle back here. Also, along with the 63 degrees and the real feel in the 50s. Hard to ignore the 20-mile-per-hour winds that we have blowing straight out towards center field. So if any of these hitters get a launch angle with a barrel, look out. The 1-2 to Demeter, a grounder towards Wiltshire. It skips up off the glove, and Pelayo's going to be held up at third. That's going to be E5. Wiltshire camped behind that one. So the sharp grounder gobbles him up in the turf. Pelayo to third. And Demeter to first for Ben Newbert. 4 base hits and 11 at-bats. 1 thunderous home run. And a team-high 5 runs batted in through 3 games. From the stretch, Fredlin, a first pitch fastball blown past Newbert. He takes it for strike 1. Newbert out of Bloomsburg University, Pennsylvania's own, joining us here in Minot this summer. The 1-0. The 0-1 as this one's grounded into left field. It's going to be an RBI single for Ben Newbert. Getting the job done, and there's the first lead of the game for the 3rd time this season. The Sabre Dogs score in the first. We got runners on first and second, and already a 1-0 score and nobody out. We move right along to Diesel. The big man, Chris Monroe, the first baseman, the cleanup hitter, with runners on first and second. And the pitch. A crisp fastball. That time missing just low for ball 1. A 1-for-4 performance last night for Monroe, but he is already off to a pretty stellar start through 3 games. 5 hits and 11 at-bats. 1 home run and 4 runs batted in. Fredlin sets from the stretch and quickly turns around. Watching Demeter back to second, nobody holding him on. Also, don't forget to go to SourisValleySaberDogs.com to reserve your tickets today. The 1-0 to Monroe. This one roped into left field. That's going to get through. And they're going to send Demeter to the plate, but a great throw to the plate. And Demeter is out. A bit of a collision, but catcher's all right, and so does Demeter. So a tough play at the plates, but everyone's all right and everybody's okay, as you see it right there on the replay screen. No harm done. It's still a 1-0 score. Bit of a late decision to send Demeter to the plate. Newbert takes third. Monroe stays at first after the single. We go to Cody Muncie. Still a good opportunity for the Sabre Dogs with 1 down. Swung on, hit to left field, and that'll be an RBI. Cody Muncie drives home Newbert's. A line drive, shot the other way. Another opposite field base hit for the Sabre Dogs. Seeing the ball well tonight and just going with it.
Number 17, the right fielder, Seth Delgado.
On the first pitch of the at-bat, Cody Muncie with pretty aggressive approach. But he's getting the job done as this season's carried on. Now 2-0 for Souris Valley on 4 base hits. And 5 straight base runners to start off the bottom of the first. Seth Delgado bumping up 2 spots in the order tonight from 8 to 6. Also moving out to right field. Delgado, a team second best 500 average through 3 games. The 0-1. Curveball swings right through it. For strike 2. To the all-conference player from Oklahoma Wesleyan. The young pitcher Fredlin trying to settle down here. Tough start, a ground ball could still spell trouble. Souris Valley running into a bit of trouble as of yesterday. Grounding into double plays, leaving some runners stranded. They've already plated 2. hoping to get some more early game cushion. Now Fredlin sets. And he kicks and fires. A curveball again, back-to-back pitches. But this one in the dirt, and Delgado doesn't chase, ball one. As Coach Kieran has said it, we have seen already 3 different ways to win a ball game. What will today tell? The 1-2 from Fredlin. Inside, almost getting a bit of the sleeve from Delgado. Doesn't get him, ball 2. Souris Valley already outscoring Red River through 3 games, 20-5. It's an even 2-2 count. The pick back to second. They're not going to get Monroe. But not a bad pick move. And not a bad move from Tanner Thompson as well. Almost getting Monroe at second. Would have been the second out. There's still 1 down. Runners on first and second for Seth Delgado. See if we can barrel another one up here. The 2-2. Curveball, hit in the air to straightaway center fields. Racing back towards it, it's carrying all the way to the warning track. But what a spectacular catch for out number 2. Good base running from Monroe. The big fella can run. Now that can tell you the win right there. Alex Miller racing all the way back to the warning track. A tremendous defensive effort. Also seeing great defensive play from Micah Barkenhagen, not in the starting lineup tonight. 2 down, runners at the corners for Alex Crouch. The first pitch swung on right back up the middle and into center. An RBI single for Alex Crouch. Might have caught Muncie napping, but no, he'll get back safely. A good throw back to second base. Great defensive awareness for Miller again. But Alex Crouch with the RBI single. To score Monroe and make some noise. Cameron Willman. Coach Kieran talked about him a little bit on Dogs Daily in the pregame show. Should be a very exciting player to watch this summer. A D1 out of New Mexico and formerly of Kansas State. Played in the Northwoods for the Bismarck Larks last year. But this year, we got him just up north on 83 in the Magic City. First pitch as a Sabre Dog, he takes outside for ball 1. Hoping to keep things rolling with 2 down here. Souris Valley with a newfound 3-0 lead. Fredlin still trying to hold the runners at bay at second base. And Willman steps back in. Cam Willman, a Northwoods All-Star last year for the Larks. Some pretty impressive college numbers as well as that pitch in the dirt on a fastball, ball 2. Willman, a .310 average this past spring. The senior out of Bakersfield, California. Also bringing with him an OPS of .862 and 5 home runs, 22 runs batted in. Not bad power numbers for a middle infielder. Fredlin comes set. A 2-0 to Willman. Fastball swings right through. It might have just been a hair early and pulled the trigger for strike 1. He's still up in the count, 2-1. The red sleeves looking nice with the all-blue uniforms. The 2-1. Swung on, hit in the air, deep to left center. This could be trouble, and it is a one-hop off the fence. Cameron Willman with an RBI double. 2-run score. How do you like that to make a first impression? Welcome to Minot, Cam Willman. A perfect launch angle as you see it carry all the way to deep left center. A short hop off the fence of 356. It's an alley out there. And Willman cleans house, makes it 4-0. Stepping in now for his first at-bat tonight, Dustin Mertz. A tremendous game at the plate yesterday. 3 hits and 4 at-bats. He'll take the first pitch, ball 1 low. Redlin still checking Willman. And the 1-0. Curveball. Goes inside out, fouls it straight back to even up the count 1-1. For Dustin Mertz so far on the year, a .364 average, 4 base rips in 11 at-bats. Hadn't seen much action out in right field. He's behind the dish tonight. One more in the game defensively. He takes the third pitch of the at-bat. Low and inside, but in the zone. Strike 2. Already the fastest start of the year through the first series. 5-0. Sabre Dogs could still be threatening. The runner on second. This one roped into left field on a line. And they're going to hold up Willman as hold the phone, because he's got a cannon out there in left. After getting Demeter out at the plate, I think Kieran's going to have second thoughts on sending anyone on a close play at the plates when Joey Hayden out and left. Still 5-0. That's the 7th base hit of the game for Souris Valley. We go back to the top of the order with Luis Pelayo. First pitch. Fastball in the outer half called. Strike 1. Still 0-1 Fredlin with runners at the corners. He'll kick and fire. Swing. And a foul tip straight back. Going to see some action heading to the bullpen for Red River here momentarily. One of them. Already seen a lefty, number 5, Caleb Whitley. Could potentially be looking at his second appearance. Should the Sabre Dogs stay hot. 0-2, and runner takes off. A grounder right back up the middle. What a play right there. Tanner Thompson was heading towards second base, as Mertz was as well, to attempt to steal it. Pelayo with a well-hit grounder, and it leads Thompson right to the bag. And now might have been a tough collision right there, as you see, but Thompson, you got to give big credit to this Red River defense. Early on in the season, they are making a lot of plays. But after one completes, Souris Valley dominating 5-0 for the Sabre Dogs. More baseball next on ELTV. Welcome back to the Magic City, and a lot of magic's happening right now for the Sabre Dogs. As many have said, the Dogs are hot. It's 5-0, Souris Valley leading Red River. And now with that great offensive start for the Sabre Dogs, putting him a 5 spot in the bottom of the first. Highlighted in the first at-bat for Cam Willman, a 2 RBI double. But don't overlook this man. Reed Butts struck out the side in the first. 1 inning, all Souris Valley. Pilots now going to Carter Payne, their cleanup hitter tonight out of right field. Trying to get things started here, trying to chip away at this early newfound lead for the Dogs. And we got balls coming in from the outfields. Rocking the USA on Memorial Day. Thank you for joining us live from the Magic City. Mitch Kieran with you. Big thanks to everybody else around the stadium behind the scenes. Justin Levy, Jacob Fletcher, Ty Baird, Drew Fiddler, and our very own Kobe Braultz, the GM himself. First pitch, strike one of the outer half to Payne. Minot State's own, and now the Pilots get their first rip of the game right back up the middle. Payne sees it well and hits it well on the line. It's a leadoff single, and for the third straight game, the 5-hitter is the beer batter. Finding his way back into the lineup tonight, Tanner Thompson out of shortstop. Young freshman from Minnesota State University. First pitch fastball, called, strike one. Already seen 3 great starts from Souris Valley. Jacob Wesselman, a 10 strikeout performance on opening day, then 8 strikeouts each, and wins for Thomas Gutierrez and Jordan Ewig as well. Seen some very interesting ball games the past 2 days. Red River back on Saturday, leaving the tying run stranded just 90 feet away from there. Well, it would have been the tying run. The wind did not hang in the balance in that situation. Second pitch fouled away, strike 2 for Thompson. But hanging the balance now. Half-price beer for these Sabre Dog fans. Not on this pitch, ball 1. Also got Pierre and North Iowa back at it again tonight. Grounder. It's towards Crouch at third. To second. They'll get Payne out on the fielder's choice. Willman holds after the good hustle from Thompson. Flashing the wheels. So they'll get out number 1. We go back to Isaac Becker. The first baseman. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at SV SaberDogs. Also the same handle for Instagram. Susan Marie Bradford with the Louisiana style Go Dogs. Gotta love it. I believe her favorite dog is Jake Barlow. First pitch fouled away to Becker. Butts now in the stretch. Second pitch hangs in there at the knees for strike 2. Butts continuing to work ahead in the counts. Another 0-2 pitch coming up. Instead shows the first pick to first. Got to be careful with those lefties and their pickoff moves. I believe the only pickoff we've seen so far might have came in yesterday's game in favor of the Pilots. Caught us on an early steal. Still 0-2. Butts kicks and fires. And this one hit in the air to straightaway left. Pelayo has to readjust the route. But he's also been a magnet out there in center fields. Goes right to the ball, catches it for out number 2. And a big thanks to Luis Pelayo for joining us on the post-game show up here in the First Western International Bank broadcasting booth. The bit of an offensive player of the game, you could say. 2 for 3, drove in 2 much-needed runs to finally blow things open in the 7-2 victory last night. The batter, Jared Kirkman, takes ball 1 low. Butts with the 0-1. Second pitch, just a bit inside, maybe by a hair. Believe the count's 2-0. From the stretch. And that one called on the lower outside corner for strike 1. Scoreboard reads 1-2. I got 2-1. We'll see who's right on this pitch. Fires. Swing and a miss. And it's strike 3. Well, just like the Dogs, Reed Butt stays hot and strikes out the batter to leave one stranded for the Pilots in the top of the second. And the Dogs' sticks are coming back up to bat here. Bottom of the second. Next, it's still Souris Valley 5, Red River 0 on ELTV. Welcome back to the Magic City, coming at you live from the First Western International Bank broadcasting booth. A tough first inning for Kobe Fredlin. Let's see if the young freshman out of Williston State, right here in North Dakota, can turn things around, make it a quick inning. Oh, well, let's see if the Sabre Dogs bats also stay hot. Plenty of barrels in that first inning. We already batted through the order. We got 2, 3, 4 due up. Demeter, Newbert, and Monroe. Fredlin taking his time warming up out there on the mound. Already seen a lot of great things in just an inning and a half of work. Reed Butts getting in a rhythm. Already his second appearance in the Expedition League here tonight for the boys in blue. Butts already getting his strikeout counts on the season up to 5 after just 3 innings of work. Davey Demeter reaching on an air, also getting thrown out at the plates back at the first. Steps in for the second time in 2 innings. Fredlins from the stretch. First pitch curveball rolls him over to Wiltshire. He comes up with this one. Plays it nicely and delivers a strike to first for out number 1 on 1 pitch. And Big Ben Newbert steps in now. A pretty but also violent swing from the right-handed batter out of Bloomsburg University. Was a redshirt senior. Looking to extend his baseball career after his time here with the Sabre Dogs. Takes the first pitch. Low and away, ball 1. Newbert honored with the All-PSAC second team last year. The D2 level. Takes the second pitch in the dirt ball 2. But this year, Newbert selected to the National College Baseball Writers Association First Team Atlantic Region. Rightfully earned. Tore the cover off the ball for the Huskies this spring. Pops this pitch up on a 2-0. Luckily, it drifts back into the parking lots. Second chance coming up here. Fredlin with the 2-1. That time upstairs, ball 3. Not a good situation to be in here. 3 balls, 1 strike. Can't exactly offer a mistake here to Newberts, because he will do that with it. Cranks it. Deep left. Out of here! Ben Newbert. A home run. His second bomb on the summer. That thing got out of here in a hurry. And Souris Valley's loving it. Check it out here. Gets that pitch 3-1. You don't want to give Newbert much to swing at, especially 3-1, because he was looking for that all day. He had that calculated. This one grounded towards shortstop, a backhanded stop for Thompson. And he drops the ball. Monroe is safe at first. It'll be E3. First pitch, missing for ball 1 to Cody Muncie. Second pitch on the way, swung on, perhaps another broken bat there. They'll get Monroe at second, and another double play turned by the Pilots. Can't take away their good defense from them. For the Sabre Dogs, 1 run on this beauty of a swing here from Ben Newbert. Heading into the top of the 3rd, it's Souris Valley 6, Red River 0 on ELTV. Welcome back to the Magic City, coming at you live from beautiful Corbett Fields, opening in 1937. Wouldn't believe floods in about 85 years of experience. As this field is beautiful, a blend of new school out there and old school up here in the grandstands. Be sure to head out to the Magic City wherever you're tuning in from, at least once this summer. Cameras don't do it justice. We got Jaden Cockerell offering his first swing. Might have gotten fooled on an off-speed pitch, low and away for strike one. And Reed Butts doing a phenomenal job so far out there on the bump. Second pitch, just a bit high. Ball one. Cockerell, the catcher, that one also missing outside, ball two. The Sabre Dogs through 2 innings, already 8 base hits. And we've seen the first one leave the yard here tonight. 6 runs scored, just 1 base hit and a pair of errors for Red River. Cockerell watches another one go by low for ball two. A 3-1 hitter's count here. This one hit back up the middle. Cam Willman all over that one. A little bit of a low throw, but no problem for Monroe. 4-3 for out number one. Nice play by Cam Willman for out number one. Good job for Butts getting the grounder. Seeing some great baseball so far here tonight for Souris Valley. And again, far too early. Plenty of game left here, but it's interesting enough to mention 10-run rule in effect for all Expedition League summer ball games this year. For all 9-inning contests, as this one is. It'll be enforced after 7 innings. And that pitch skips past Mertz for ball two. Alex Miller, the center fielder, his first at-bat here tonight. Already seen him make some great defensive plays out there where Palaio's at. That pitch, strike. Also seeing some nice defensive efforts out of Joey Hayden standing on deck. 0 for 1. Already threw one of our runners out. Davey Demeter back in the first, what would have been the second run of the game. All Kieran needed to see was that, and he's been extra cautious with any runners at third since then. After that last foul ball, it's 2-2. Butts quickly back in the windups. Swung on and fouled. Miller battles here. We're already moving right along to the top of the third. We've been playing for about a half hour here from Minot's. Butts started off this count 0-2, and now he's working himself back to even. This one grounded back towards Willman, and it's his second put out of the game already. He's seeing plenty of action. So 2 2/3. 2 away, we head back to the top of the order for these Red River Pilots under head coach Matty Hollum. Joey Hayden struck out in 4 pitches back in the first. And this time keeps the bat on the shoulder. That pitch missing low for ball one. And this pitch, a jam, rolled over grounder towards Demeter. And 3 ground outs to retire the side in order. Some nice flashes of the leather for Souris Valley here in the top of this third inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. Sabre Dogs, after 2 consecutive scoring innings, come back to the plate next on ELTV. Back here in the Magic City, coming at you live from Corbett Field. The Dogs are hot. And the final game of the home stand. Souris Valley will be back here at Corbett Fields this Friday to host the Pierre Trappers for the first time this season. The Trappers and the Raging Roosters out of North Iowa still duking it out tonight, so we'll try to find a score for you there. And leading things off for the Dogs in the third, it's Seth Delgado. Delgado flew out to deep center field all the way at the warning track back in the first. Fredlin still out of the stretch, hangs him a nice curveball, and Delgado takes a hack, just getting a piece of it for strike one. No one count Kobe Fredlin's. Again, just a young pitcher for Wilson State College. A 3-0 record this past spring. Gets Delgado to chase low. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Strike two. Through a 4.5 ERA for the Tetons. 38 strikeouts and 26 innings pitched. I believe he's got one more year there up in Williston. Working ahead in the count, Fredlin with the 0-2 pitch. Well outside and breaking low for ball one. Again, we got not one, but also two of the top bats out of Oklahoma Wesleyan. NAIA powerhouse offensively this past spring. Plenty of postseason honors for the whole team. A check swing, and the first base umpire says he just lays off on a pitch low for ball two. And Delgado seeing four pitches already this at bat, tied up at 2-2. Had a 5-pitch at bat early in the first. Let's see if he can get around on one. 2-2 from Fredlin. Delgado watches that one go by at the knees. Called strike three. We move right along to Alex Crouch, 1-for-1 with an RBI single. Back in the first. Already the fastest start for the Souris Valley offense, still leading 6-0 with one down here in the bottom of the third. The pitch. Crouch watches that one go by. Called strike one. Crouch already showing some nice hitting display, whether it's right at people or finding some gaps. He'll have to work back 0-2 now. But with that last hits, bumps his average on the year so far over 300. And a pair of RBIs already went yard once. It's a good night to do it tonight. Already seen Newbert. 0-2 to Crouch. Fastball in the black. Just off the plate, called ball one. Not a bad pitch up in the count for Kobe Fredlin. He resets in the stretch. And the 1-2. Curveball inside. Crouch sits back on it, able to fend it off. Staying alive indeed. Don't forget, 21-mile-per-hour winds blowing straight out. It's a good night to be a hitter. 1-2. Fouls another one away. Alex Crouch battling this at-bat, staying aggressive. They love to see it. For any hitters who want to simple their approach with just 2 strikes, just battle. Choke up anything close. Fredlin doing a good job working up in the counts, though. 1-2. Gets Crouch to just get a piece of that one. At first, just looked like a drop strike 3 swinging. But it was a foul tip. Already the catcher, Jaden Cockerell, seeing some tough action. He wore that one. Walked it back to Fredlin also back in the first. The throw from Hayden also resulted in a collision. Demeter might have been trying to just strife past Cockerell as he stood well between him and the plates on the great throw from left. But he's still all right, still doing the catching for Fredlin, and he will reset here for another 1-2 offering. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and it's 2 straight Sabre Dog batters retired. But still a good at-bat for Alex Crouch there. Just not the results he wanted. And here we go, stepping in 1 for 1. A 2 RBI double. And already a pair of putouts in the field. The second baseman, number 1, Cameron Willman. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball skipping there for ball 1. Willman already seeing great competition throughout his year. He handled it well down southwest in New Mexico. We've seen beautiful weather here tonight, but I think this is probably colder than what he's used to. And that pitch just off the plate taken for ball 2. As Willman comes to us this summer from Bakersfield, California. Plenty of Californians on the team. Alex Crouch out of Elk Grove. Davey Demeter out of Santa Barbara. Yesterday's starting pitcher, Jordan Ewig, out of Fallbrook. And Thomas Gutierrez from sunny Los Angeles. Plenty more Pacific boys. Also got Spencer Bramwell, hoping to come to us later from Colorado Mesa from Orange. 3-0. Willman swings right through that pitch. He'll stay aggressive, anything that he likes. He's going to take a hack at it. Nothing hurting here with a 6-run lead. Probably a good situation where you can take a hack if it's there. This pitch grounded towards Wiltshire. He's able to field it cleanly. The throw clear across the diamonds. And once again, Becker can't make the scoop. That's going to be the second error of the game charged to Becker. And a tough break there. That would have been a 1-2-3 inning to finally cool off the Sabre Dog bats this game. With 2 down, we now got a runner on first. Dustin Mertz stepping in 1 for 1. Singling to left. On a nice line drive, Dustin Mertz really coming into his own offensively these past 2 games. 3 straight games with a base knock. And he'll get another first pitch curveball, strike 1. We have seen plenty of first pitch curveballs this series from the Pilots. I was calling him not afraid to start him off soft. See if he goes hard here. The 0-1, another curveball. 2 straight hammers in there for 2 strikes to number 2, Dustin Mertz. Now he's really going to have to battle up here. Hangs the leg there, and he gets another pitch hung up in the zone, and Mertz back-to-back singles to left fields. Impressive hitting down 0-2. Quickly falling behind, but stays within himself. You love to see it. We now have runners on first and second. The Sabre Dogs once again threatening with 2 away here. Still a 6-0 contest. Luis Pelayo stepping back up to the plate. 1 for 2. A double and scoring the first run in this contest. First pitch of the at-bat. In the dirt. Blocked by Cockerell for ball 1. One-0 to Fredlin. He did a great job getting 2 quick outs this inning and working ahead of many batters in the count. Falls behind 1-0 here to Louie. This pitch, he just gets a piece of it. Fouled away to even back up 1-1. Two away here, and still a dangerous situation to be in for Red River. Souris Valley looking to score in 3 consecutive innings here. A good swing from Pelayo. Could be trouble. Takes a nice hack there, but comes up empty-handed for strike 2 on a fastball at the letters. Not hard to see why he's a 3-time All-American, an OPS of 1147. University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma, another NAIA powerhouse. Fourth pitch of the at-bat, Pelayo fends it off. Once again, battling with 2 strikes. Had a closer play than I thought. Wiltshire going all the way to the fence. You got to respect the effort from these Red River pilots in the field. They're playing every pitch hard. Going after balls, whether they're in play or out, just like we saw there. Got to respect the hustle. Still a 1-2 count to Pelayo. We await the 5th pitch of the at-bat. Fredlin gets his and fires. Swung on right back up the middle. Tails towards short, and Thompson flicks it to Kirkman over at second. And a fielder's choice for out number 3. We played 3 complete here from Corbett Field as the Sabre Dogs leave 2 stranded in the bottom of the 3rd. It's still Souris Valley 6, Red River 0 on ELTV. Top of the 4th coming at you live from Corbett Fields. Reed Butts with 3 strong innings. First pitch fastball, strike 1. We're back 2-3-4. Due up for Red River. That pitch at the letters and perhaps a hair outside, ball 1. Souris Valley on the first official winning streak of the Expedition League this summer. 3-0, holding a half-game lead still over the North Iowa Raging Roosters. It's 2 balls to 1 strike here for Wiltshire, a switch hitter. No update today from Pierre just yet. This one roped into left field. That's going to get down in front of Muncie. The second base knock of the game for the Pilots, courtesy of Wiltshire. There's a nice answer back from the strikeouts. Back in the first. Jason Willers out of Davenport, Iowa, joined the Pilots up in Grand Forks this summer, and a true freshman, already making his presence felt at the NAIA level for Morningside University. Only appeared in 1 game so far, batting cleanup in the first one. Rips this one towards the gap in left center. That's going to get down. Another base hit, back-to-back singles on 2 consecutive pitches. Pilots starting to warm the bats up here. That's their 3rd base hit of the game. Willers again, the top hitter for a Morningside College baseball team that I should mention, 32 wins to 17 losses. Another good year for the Mustangs. But still working out of the stretch here. We go to their cleanup batter, Carter Payne. First pitch, fastball, called, strike 1. Still overcast here tonight, still feeling the wind. Feels like we got fall baseball here tonight in the Magic City. Rest of this week should remain some pretty nice, perhaps more late spring-like temperatures, with June just 2 days away. 1 ball to 1 strike to Payne, 2 runners on. Don't count the Pilots out just yet. They have made some great efforts to get in front of the Sabre Dogs yesterday, also to almost pull off a comeback here on the road back on Saturday. As Payne fouls that one straight back to the netting, he finds himself behind 1-2. But still looking for his first out here in the 4th. Won't get it that time. Watch your lips, Coach Hollum. There's a screaming line drive. He just ducked out of the way of it. I want to thank all 103 of you tuning in to the Expedition League 4th game of the season for the Sabre Dogs tonight. That pitch swung on and missed by Payne. Strike 3 and out number 1 for the Dogs. Beer batter returns to the plate. That was just the 13th batter faced. Actually, that might be the 14th. This first pitch here swung on and missed by Thompson. So Payne now 1 for 2 on the game, yes, but with 13 hitters faced, he's got 5 strikeouts. That pitch just missing below the knees for ball 1. Thompson, the young Maverick, still looking for his first base hit on the summer. But 34 strikes to 15 balls. This will be pitch number 50. Right down Broadway taken for strike 2. Sabre Dog fans clap for half-price beer hanging in the balance. Or straight game with over 200 in attendance. 1-2, just low for ball 2. Butts catching to Mertz. And Butts' catcher Dustin Mertz tonight, his teammate at Valley City State University. We have seen 3, and you could call Tyler Klinsky 4 before he went to NDSU. So plenty of luck with the Vikings this year for Coach K. Butts with the 2-2, swung on, fouled away. Coach Kieran actually 1 year as an assistant coach for the Vikings under head coach there, Casey Olney, a veteran for VCSU, 15 years, and a product of the Central Dutch in Pella, Iowa. 2-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3 for out number 2. And there's out number 2. They strike out the beer patter. Half-price beer for the rest of the inning, and already people are making their way out of the stands on this pitch. You truly love to see it. Stepping in now 0 for 1 with a fly out back in the second. It's Isaac Becker. Swing and a miss. Butts working back up in the counts. Just going right after these pilot batters. Very efficient pitchers for the Sabre Dogs. Have not seen many walks at all this summer. Swing and a miss, strike 2. He continues to work up on Becker, 0-2. 2 down, still runners at first and second. From the stretch, taken, just missing. I'm just not quite sure where. Not a bad pitch with 2 strikes. That's ball 1. Before tonight's, the Sabre Dogs only walking 5 hitters through 3 games. This pitch cranked down the line and left, just foul. By just a matter of a few feet. Great piece of hitting from the 6th hitter in the order for the Pilots, Isaac Becker. Got one up in the zone, turned on it. Just hooked it foul. Wind didn't help him on that one. He's still got to battle back here after a long foul ball. It's the 5th pitch of the at-bat. On the way. And in the dirt, nice block from Mertz. Very funny story. Dustin Mertz shows up on the first day of practice. Coach Kieran says, "Hey, Dustin, don't forget your catching gear." It was at that moment Dustin remembered he forgot his catching gear. So Mertz finds himself behind the dish for the first time tonight, catching as the aforementioned teammate Butts. This one, ripped back up the middle. It could get down in shallow center. It does. Pelayo going to come up, throwing to the plates. Just not in time. Mertz led in front of the dish. And a great at-bat with 2 strikes. It's an RBI single for Isaac Becker. Coming over to score all the way from second base, Tyler Wiltshire. Wiltshire doing a good job finding himself on base, and that's what happened. Eventually, he'll do good things for your team like score. So there's the first run of the game for Red River. Taking the first pitch, strike 1, Jared Kirkman. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Now that the Pilots continue to stack good at-bats here with 2 outs. Kirkman looking to get in on the action at the plates. 0-1. Swing and a foul tip. Will stay foul. Jared Kirkman 1 for 7 coming into this game. Does have an RBI. I believe it came yesterday on a hit down the line in right. See if he could spray here. Low and outside, trying to paint the corner. Butts just missing for ball 1. Still a lefty getting warm in the bullpen for Red River. Could perhaps be Caleb Whitley. Looking to make his second pitching appearance here tonight. The 1-2. Fastball. Perhaps a little low. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here for number 2, Jared Kirkman. Still a big at-bat here with 2 runners on. Butts with the pitch. Swing and a foul tip. Up and in, and Kirkman has no problem at least fending it off. Getting the bat up in time. Reed Butts trying to complete his 4th inning of work. Already at 63 pitches. 2-2. Nice slider, but just doesn't run enough. You can see the movement from up here. Just missing on that one, and we worked the count full. A 7-pitch at-bat at the least for Jared Kirkman. From the stretch, swung on, grounded down the line. It's fair. Crouch across the diamond. You betcha! Alex Crouch, a tremendous defensive play. The fielder's choice not in time. As with the full count, those runners on the go. But the cannon across the diamond from Alex Crouch will do it for the Pilots. In the 4th, but Isaac Becker able to bring home one for Red River. It's 6-1. Souris Valley leads, and the Dogs are coming back to bat. Next on ELTV. Back here live at the Magic City. From Corbett Field, the wind picking up again. Let's see if the Sabre Dogs can put up another impressive offensive inning. Now we've already kind of seen this in the 1st and 2nd game. We'll get back to that thought in a moment. We got a new pitcher, a lefty, number 5, Caleb Whitley, making his 2nd appearance on the bump for Red River. So the night is over for Kobe Fredland. Just a 4-team league and plenty of ball games. I'm sure we're going to see plenty of these guys plenty of times. So Whitley, now the pitcher.
The shortstop, number 9, Davey Demeter.
And his first batter will be Davey Demeter. 2-3-4 due up for the Sabre Dogs. In the bottom of the 4th. Davey Demeter rolling over to third base a pair of times already tonight, reaching once on an error. He'll take the first pitch, strike from Caleb Whitley. Another 2-way player out of Mid-Atlantic Christian University. 0-1. And a bit of a looper with plenty of run on a breaking ball. Outside, but Demeter gets the cap of the bat on it. Fouls it away for strike 2. Demeter came into this game with a clean 300 average. And the pitch. Fastball, just low and in. Plenty of close pitches for both teams here tonight, just missing with 2 strikes. A lot of these pitchers looking for execution on the corners. 1-2. Curveball roped into left field. Demeter with his first hit of the night. Way to battle back in that at bats. Gets another curveball and digs it up. After that single, we go back to Ben Newbert. And he has been on a roll offensively early this season. Tonight, 2 for 2, 2 runs scored, and a solo shot to his name. Last at bat, his second home run on the year. Again, a lot of season left, but so far our leader in home runs. He cranks this one high and deep. That might just hang up there, and it does for Hayden Newbert. Just got under it, and it's a long out number 1. Got a little excited on that one, as I usually do with a good launch angle, but Maya just got the cap of the bat on it. Chris Monroe, now the batter. Stepping in, 1 for 2, reaching both on a single and an error. Whitley will come set from the stretch. Got to be careful with that pick move, and yes, there it is. Before the first offering to Monroe. So for the start today, Kobe Fredlin goes 3 complete, giving up 9 Sabredog hits, 6 runs, 3 of which were earned, and 2 strikeouts. That pitch missing low and inside on the hammer for ball 1. Our lumbering cleanup hitter, former Northwoods League All-Star, the Traverse City Pit Spitters, ropes this one towards left, but foul, just hooks it. Especially in batting practice and in games that we've seen, you could leave a pitch middle in. Monroe is going to be all over it, but he has also shown power to all parts of the field. His 1 home run. Long out of here to right center. That was in game number 2. 1-1 from Fredlin. Curveball just hangs there. Swung so hard the elbow guard goes flying. Catcher once again might have got a piece of a foul. Monroe already had catcher interference with one of his swings yesterday. This catcher's had a lot of close calls tonight, especially after that collision back in the first. Tough guy, though, Jaden Cockerell. Monroe will step back in here, still a tense at bat. 1 ball to 2 strikes. Demeter on first. And Fredland from the stretch. Fastball just off the plates, riding the chalk outside, ball 2. Didn't look like a bad spot from up here, but Monroe wisely lays off. Evening up the count here, 2-2. The pitch. Just inside, ball 3. Demeter easily stealing seconds. Got a good jump and got a curveball. Another one from Whitley. So there was no stopping him on his way to seconds. Got a movement of scoring position here. Chris Monroe. A big opportunity now. The 7th run of the game. Just across the diamond from him. Here's the payoff. Curveball. Just low. Ball 4. Pitches look pretty good from the high ground up here, but I don't know, a lot of these pitches with 2 strikes, they look pretty good. Still a good spot here for the Souris Valley Sabredogs. 5-hole hitter Cody Muncie with runners on first and seconds. The first pitch, ripped right back up the middle, but right at the center fielder. I tell you what, Cody Muncie has just not had much luck here at the plates, because he could very well be amongst our leaders in batting average. Got a pitch on the inner half, and he drives it to left center. But center fielder Alex Miller sort of shading the gap. Another tough break there for Cody Muncie. We'll go right along the order to Seth Delgado. First pitch curveball grounds this one towards Kirkman at seconds. And they'll get the fielder's choice easy for out number 3. We played 4 complete here, and the scoreboard remains Souris Valley 6, Red River 1. The Sabre Dogs continue to leave runners stranded here too that time. And we got the 5th inning coming your way next on ELTV. Welcome back to the Magic City, coming at you live from the First Western International Bank broadcasting booth. The Sabre Dogs looking for their 4th straight win to start off their 2022 campaign. And this pitch missing off the plate, ball 1. Reed Butts still the pitcher here for the Sabre Dogs. The 1-0, outside, ball 2. Butts quickly wasting a little time, back on the winds up, and the pitch fouled, heading towards the Sabre Dog dugouts. Butts through 4 complete, 16 batters face. He's fanned 6, giving up 4 hits, 3 of which came in the last inning where Pirates able to scrape 1 run. And that pitch low for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to Jaden Cockerell, the catcher here tonight. He's got a hitter's count here, Butts. Looking to get a full curveball in there, called strike 2. And again, the start of the year going to be a bit of a grind. The Sabre Dogs after tonight's going to be leaving early. Make around a 3-hour drive towards Grand Forks for 3 games at the Pilots. Swing and a miss at the plate. It's strike 3 for out number 1. So put away Cockerell. We now go to the 9-hitter, Alex Miller. Miller, been spectacular defensively in center fields. Not fair, they just got not 1 but 2 center fielders that have played spectacular defense. Lost the count of how many hits they've taken away from us. But you got to respect the hustle out there. 2 balls, no strikes in the count. For Reed Butts, he gets his pitch. Nobody on, 1 down. Fastball high, ball 3. So after the road trip concludes in 3 games on Thursday, the Sabre Dogs will be back here at Corbett Fields on Friday night, 6:35 pitch. For those of you tuning at home, good time to make some summer plans. Come out, check out the Minot's summer baseball team. in the last dance in the Expedition League. Coach Kieran's going to come talk things over with Reed Butts after issuing the walk to Alex Miller. Don't believe we're going to be seeing a substitution yet. Nobody getting hot in the bullpen yet. The man we got on standby tonight, a right-hander, and another new player here for the Sabre Dogs. Ethan Swanson out of Alva, Oklahoma, Northwestern Oklahoma State University. So the mound visit concludes with a runner on first, still one down. Back to the top of the order with Joey Hayden. Swings late on a fastball there. Right through it for strike one. 0 for 2. Already flashed the cannon today and left. And the pitch swung on, fouled straight back. Quickly now, strike 2 in the count. From the stretch, the 0-2. And Mertz just losing the grip on the ball. A pitch inside, tried to do a little wraparound. Just a bit of a tough spot, and it's a stolen base for the Pilots, Alex Miller. One, two, just getting a piece of it. Foul. So after the Pierre home series, there'll be 3 straight games. Then the first off day for the Sabre Dogs coming a week from tonight. No games on the 6th. Back here for 2 games against the Trappers. On the road on the 9th. And then another 4-game homestand against the Red River Pilots from the 10th through the 13th. So plenty of baseball coming your way in the Expedition League this summer. A smaller league, but I think that's going to lead to some very nice, interesting matchups, perhaps some rivalries. Just getting a piece of that one, maybe catching it off the toes too. 2-2 pitch fouled away by Joey Hayden, the leadoff batter in the order tonight for the Pilots. Red River, for the first 3 games, rolled with Joshua Simon as the 3-hitter, as well as Jack Walton, the leadoff spot. It's a drop third strike. Hayden didn't get the bat on it. And Mertz, with the throw to first, will beat him for strike 3. Miller will take third on the throw to first. Two down, the second run of the game is 90 feet away. Butts elects to go out of the windup there, offering a first pitch strike called on the off speed to Wiltshire. Quickly back at the windup, this time skips a fastball. Great stop by Mertz. Not sure that pitch reached the dirt. Not dirt, but the brown out there. You know what I'm talking about. Even up the count back at 1-1. Third pitch of the at-bat. Rolled it over foul towards the third base side. We've played about an hour 15, rolling into the top of the 5th inning here on Memorial Day. Another tense at bat. Pilots looking for more run supports. And Wiltshire fouls off another to stay alive here. For your Sabre Dogs today, we remember and honor those who serve our country. Gave a moment of silence. Nice tribute there right before the first inning in our pregame ceremony. That last pitch roped to deep left field. Knew that one was going to tail foul. It's a 6-pitch at bat. Coming up here for Tyler Wiltshire. Another 1-2 offering. This one upstairs. Taking ball 2. Another Pilot batter getting deep in the count on Butts. Is already offering up close to 90 pitches. That one ball 3. And with that, Reed Butts 88 pitches on the night. Still in favor for the win here. He's got to pay off. 2 down. Runner on third. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and they'll leave that runner stranded where he's at in scoring position. The Sabre Dogs coming back up to bat next. Souris Valley still leading Red River 6-1. Back after this on ELTV. Sabre Dogs looking for more offensive momentum. Hopefully they'll get after Reed Butts strikes out the side, only allowing 1 walk in the 5th. Crouch on the first pitch, pops it straight up into the night sky, and Wiltshire is no problem. 1 pitch, 1 away, and we move along to Cam Willman. Another stellar performance from our starting pitcher. After 5 complete, Reed Butts only allowing 4 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts in 20 batters faced. Caleb Whitley with his 2nd inning of work now underway for the Pilots. That first pitch called low for ball 1. Cameron Willman reaching twice already, an RBI double. 2 RBIs for that matter. He'll take the 2nd pitch called, strike 1 on the inner half. The reach last time on an error. The 1-1. Fastball just inside, ball 2, Willman. Looked good coming in from the left side, but that could have been hard on the knuckles. 2-1. Fastball swings right through and drops down to the knee. Willman can't dig it up. It's strike 2. Once again, don't forget to follow us on our social medias at SV Sabre Dogs on all of our channels. For Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and right here where you're tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, give us a thumbs up here, show your supports. for the hometown boys of the Pilots on the road. Last pitch, ball 3. It's another full count here. Whitley to Willman, and he will foul this one back over the grandstand. A good at-bat here, a 7-pitch at-bat for Willman, getting in last night's first day in Minot. Finds himself at second base, batting 8th. Just to get tuned up, and already there's a swing and a miss for strike 3, but we've enjoyed what Willman's brought to the table. Might be kicking himself after that swing and a miss, but it should be a very fun summer with him and the rest of the roster. Another talented team under Coach Kieran, already 2 Summer Ball championships under his belts. The Pioneer Collegiate League with the Alberley Lakers and Bancroft Bandits. First pitch to Mertz. Grounded towards Wiltshire and across the diamond for out number 3. And 1, 2, 3 go the Sabre Dogs in the bottom of the 5th. Just like that, we're moving into the top of the 6th inning. Coming your way next, Souris Valley still leading Red River 6-1 on ELTV. Back here live in the Magic City, across the diamond, Dustin Mertz still catching around the horn. Monroe at first, Willman at second, Demeter at shorts, Crouch at third, and from left to right, Muncie, Palayo, and Delgado. And we got a new pitcher tonight, Ethan Swanson, out of Northwest Oklahoma State. Swanson making his first appearance. Glad he made it in safely from Alva, Oklahoma. This past spring, at Northwest Oklahoma State's 55 innings pitched, 69 strikeouts, 44 walks, 7.1 ERA. Showing some good stuff out here in his first pitches. A unique 3/4 delivery, it looks like. So he'll be going out of the stretch. Crisp fastball with some run to it. Swanson's got the heart of the order. Due up Willers, Payne, and Thompson. See how the senior out of Alva can do. Willers steps in 1 for 2. Single just a couple innings ago. Now Swanson out of the windup, fires a fastball, just missed. Call it outside, but have to see what he's clocked in at. These pitches are looking crispy. The 1-0. That one trying to paint the corner low for ball 2. So Swanson in relief, Reed Butts. His night comes to an end after 5 complete, and still a pretty stellar 5 innings it was. Sabre Dogs starters still looking for their 4th straight win on the year. to start off the 22 campaign. And this pitch in there, called strike one. Some love from Ethan Swanson. He's got a fan in the front row showing up a sign. You love to see it. This one grounded the other way. Willman makes his way towards it. Should have no problem. And Willers grounds out in 4 pitches for out number 1. I wonder some of Swanson's family might have made the trip with him, but definitely a lovely sign from a young SaberDog fan. With one away, we got Carter Payne, 1 for 2 thus far. Minot State Zone. First pitch. Look at that. Breaker on that one. Taken for strike 1. Kind of a curveball, just rolls right off the table. The 0-1. Shows it again. You betcha. Strike 2. 2 pitches, 2 strikes. This time, Swanson works way ahead in the counts. 0-2. Nobody on, 1 down. This is the second batter of the inning. And Payne fouls this one straight back, heading straight towards the SaberDogs dugouts. We've seen a handful of pitches. Now, I'm a fan of that dugout. Kind of exposed above them on the field in a way. Sort of kittywampus, but they're in foul ball territory. Fastball right down Broadway. Strike 3. Ethan Swanson with his first K on the summer for number 19. Ethan Swanson's gassing it up. Beer batter returns to the plate. Tanner Thompson, they got him swinging the last time. Let's see if they'll get it a second. Fastball down the pipe. Strike 1. Tanner Thompson, a play ball Minnesota high school all-star just a year ago, and this year finds himself playing some great competition in the Expedition League. His high school career earned him a spot on the NSIC Conference champion Minnesota State University Mavericks team. 1-1. Curveball. Not much you could do with that pitch. It runs and falls. Moving every which way but loose. And the 4th pitch of the at-bat. Taken for ball 2. Not a bad spot with 2 strikes, but I think plenty of batters, both Red River and Souris Valley, leaving some close pitches go by for strike 2. But there it is. The heater. It gets him looking. Blown by for strike 3 and out number 3. And that's the beer batter and 2 strikeouts in his first inning of work for the Souris Valley SaberDogs. Nice stuff from Ethan Swanson. And the Dogs are coming back up to bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's still Souris Valley 6, Red River 1 on ELTV. Great stuff for Ethan Swanson coming in the 6th in relief for Reed Butts. 1 inning of work, 2 strikeouts. Not allowing a base runner, retiring the side in order. For Reed Butts, his night comes to an end. 5 innings, 9 strikeouts. As mentioned before, the win still hangs in the balance for him. Whitley beginning his 3rd straight inning of relief pitching. And what started off as a very exciting game offensively for the Sabre Dogs. Once again, we've seen a bit of a trend of this in this first home series. The Sabre Dogs, when they get off to a hot start, the Bats then take a few innings off. They've been held scoreless for 3 straight innings, and a first pitch curveball gets by Pelayo. Just nabbing the inner part of the zone, strike one. A lefty-on-lefty matchup. Not a bad pitch to lay off for Pelayo in the first. Goes soft again, and he makes him pay for throwing the same pitch twice in a row. Pelayo rounding first. And he'll retreat his second base knock of the game for Louie. Davey Demeter steps back up to the plate, reaching twice. 1 for 3 with a single and an error. And here comes Demeter stepping in. Whitley from the stretch. Curveball, he sends it the other way. Should be within reach. And it's caught for out number 1. Sabre Dogs led off at the top of the order here in the 6th. Pelayo still stands on first with 1 down. And Ben Newbert steps in, 2 for 3. Already going yard earlier in the 2nd. First pitch to Newbert. Curveball. Pops him up. Could be trouble, just drifting away. Newbert sat back on it nicely, just missed it. And again, a missed opportunity to retire a dangerous hitter. Luckily for Newbert, it's just strike 1. No action in either bullpen just yet. Whitley going to first to hold Pelayo. First pitch on the stretch. Actually, make that the second. That's ball 1. Waiting for the scoreboard to catch up. As mentioned before, Coach Kieran knows how to build championship teams during the summer. Winning the titles in the Pioneer League and Albert Lee and Bancroft. This pitch, another off speed. And just missing for ball 2. The next summer, he returned to Bancroft with what originally would have been the Bandits. Instead, those guys held the most. Now hold on here. Coach Kieran here is not seeing the same count that I think we are. Perhaps Newbert gonna have to battle up with 2 strikes here. Couldn't quite vocalize it, but he's now down to the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and a quick pick to first. Those guys in Bancroft holding 26 wins, the most in Iowa in 2020. Again, a year we all know challenged by COVID-19, but still great to get some amateur baseball in. 1 and 2 to Newbert. Ropes this one into left field, his 3rd base hit of the game. No problem with 2 strikes on that one. Laces it on a line drive. And the next summer for Kieran, going to Lafayette, winning the regular season title with the most wins for the Lafayette Aviators in the Prospect Leagues. And using his knowledge of the past few summers to recruit many players to join him. Cody Muncie, a former Bandit. Witzke, a former player for those guys, now his first base coach. Monroe takes the first pitch, strike 1. And Wesselman, also a pitcher on those guys. And he's scouted many of them for years. Newbert, Pelayo, really just a dream team. The players Coach Kieran's a lot of respect for their talents and what they bring as a team. 0-1 to Monroe. Curveball gets him way out in front, strike 2. Chris Monroe reaching safely each time he's stepped in the box tonight. A single, an error, and a walk. He's 1 for 2. Trying to battle back here. Whitley relying on that curveball heavily. He's up 0-2. Goes hard in and also in the dirt for ball one. In case you missed yesterday's Dogs Daily Edition, made the pregame show a bit of a profile for Mr. Chris Monroe, a.k.a. Diesel. So again, you can see that video on any of our socials, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Try to keep you up to date and bring the Sabre Dogs to you. 1-2. Monroe hits this the other way in the air, and it's down and past the right fielder on a dive. One run comes around third, and Palaio is safe at home. It's an RBI double for Chris Monroe. Chris Monroe with 2 strikes. This is some good 2-strike hitting we're seeing for the Dogs here in the 6th, and finally they cracked the scoreboard again. Palaio showing off the wheels. It was a good effort from Carter Payne trying to catch that one on the slide. It was a bit of a dying quail, but Monroe legs out into a double. Nice at bat. Muncie now. The pitch goes 5-hole. Cockerell's not going to get to it in time. Newbert will come home to score, and it's 8-1 for Souris Valley. On the pass ball, Newbert scores. Monroe goes to third. 8-0 currently. Muncie now with a run on third, still 1 down. The 1-0 lets a fastball go by. Another lefty on lefty matchup. 2-0 pitch to Muncie, and he paints the corner for strike 1. The lefty pitcher, Whitley, facing 3 lefty batters spread across this Sabre Dogs lineup. And that pitch in the dirt for ball 3. 3-1 to big Cody Muncie. Whitley already throwing 37 pitches, 23 of which were for strikes. 5th of the at-bat. Muncie hits this one in the air to straightaway left. It's carrying, and you can kiss it goodbye. Up halfway in the trees. Gone, a home run. The opposite field power once again on display for the Sabre Dogs. This time it's the first home run of the summer for Cody Muncie. A man among boys. Look at this pitch. It doesn't matter where it is over the plates. He could get inside of it. With that swing, it's 10-1 for Souris Valley, and we're going to have a reliever come in for Whitley. Going to take just a short break here. Let this reliever warm up. Again, rejoice, Sabre Dog fans. They've blown it open again. A 4-spot currently. Still 1 down the bottom of the 6th. It's 10-1. Welcome back to the Magic City live from Corbett Fields in the First Western International Bank broadcasting booth. Also thank them for sponsoring our Dogs Daily segments. 4 spot currently for Souris Valley. Cody Muncie just cleared the bases with a 2-run shot the other way. And we now have our answer why Joshua Simon not in the lineup tonight. He has come in to relieve Caleb Whitley. And hold the phone, he's got a cannon too. He rifles a fastball past Delgado for strike 1. Showing some good velo, a right-handed pitcher. And Delgado rolls this one over to Wiltshire. Throw across the diamonds. Is he on the bag? Yes, he is. A nice play by Isaac Becker for out number 2. Coach Kieran just going to see if he got the home plate umpire's view and just couldn't like the call. Becker might have had the spikes on it. They're going to still say a 5-3 putout to retire Delgado. We got 2 away here still. Nobody on for Alex Crouch. 1 for 3 on the Knights. There's a nice slider from Simon. In there called strike 1. Looking for an efficient end to this inning. It's an 0-1 count. Simon kicks and fires another slider. Plenty of break on it too. But this time missing low and inside for ball 1. Crouch coming up to Minot from Missouri Western. Plenty of bats spread across the collegiate level this summer. We've already seen a taste of D1 from Cam Willman at New Mexico. Plenty of D2 batters, including Alex Crouch here at the plates, plus some of the NAIA's finest. 2-1 Simon, back in the windup. Fastball high for ball 3. Crouch sits in there to get a hitter's count. 3 balls, 1 strike. Looking for his second hit of the day. 1 for 3, 1 run batted in. And 1 run scored. Number 7 in the 7th spot. A very nice swing. Had some success so far. He takes this pitch and fouls it straight back on a 3-1. Not a bad one to swing on, but now got to battle up Simon. We go back to the righty side. The lefty on lefty matchup was no problem for Cody Muncie. Our second home run of the day. And Crouch, the patient approach pays off. Won't be fooled on a pitch up and out for ball 4. Crouch walks to first. Cam Willman reaching twice tonight. He's 1 for 3 with a double. And reaching on an error. Been all over the grounders at second base tonight. Willman steps back in for the 4th time tonight. Once again, a nice 4 spot for Souris Valley. Takes that pitch off the plates for ball 1. Now a healthy reminder with the scoreboard reading 10-1. All the Sabre Dogs need is 1 more run, and then the next 3 outs for the next pilot run. And we could be going home early. Ball 1 high for Willman. Souris Valley has 10, the 11th, which would put them ahead by 10. Standing at first base for Crouch. They need to get it done in the 7th. Willman takes the 4th pitch of the at-bat, called strike 2. Simon, a lefty hitter, a righty pitcher. One of many two-way players for Red River. Now out of the stretch, and the pitch. Fastball, just off the plate, ball 3. Another full count, back-to-back full count at-bats for Joshua Simon. Now a gloomy night with the overcast. Sunsets have been pretty late here in Minot. The The wind still blowing firmly out. Another payoff pitch and another walk to put Willman on first. Move Crouch up to seconds. And we're going to Dustin Mertz, who has been batting very well in the 9-hole for Souris Valley. A 3-for-4 performance last night, and already today 2 for 3. Back-to-back multi-hit games. He's just continued to stack here offensively. Also doing the catching. Caught teammate Reed Butts earlier in the game. Started for 5 innings. Can't wait to see Ethan Swanson back out there for at least another. Simon from the stretch. Fastball at the letters, called strike 1. Not a bad take up in the zone for those pitches high. Hitters, they got to see that early and see it for a long time to get on plane. 0-1 from Simon. Plenty of space between first and second. There's a curveball. Freezing Mertz. Keeps the bat on the shoulder for strike 2. 0-2 for Mertz. Got to battle up. He's already got 2 hits with 2 strikes on him. Seen 2 different pitches for Simon. And the third. Stays alive. Chops a grounder towards Kieran foul. Formerly at a State Fair Community College and hometown of Santa Cruz, Aruba. We've had some listeners from Santa Cruz. Appreciate y'all tuning in from all over. 4th pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball way up there, ball 1. Tell the wind blowing pretty heavily out there now. Might have had some rain chances. Not sure we've had much, if anything, for sprinkles. Might be coming down out there now. Hard to tell. 1-2 swings right through a curveball. And it's strike 3. To finally put away the Sabre Dogs in what was a marathon of a 6th inning. And Souris Valley increases the lead. It's 10-1. Ethan Swanson coming back out to pitch after this on ELTV. Rain coming down now in the Magic City, blowing sideways. I think Swanson, as you can see, might have A bit of a damp ball there. So that could make for a slippery surface here in the top of the 7th inning. We will at least reach our 7th inning stretch. Souris Valley just leading by 9. 10-1. Another tremendous 6th inning, highlighted by a home run by Cody Muncie. His first of the summer. So after Swanson retires the side in the order in the 6th, he's got 6, 7, 8 due up. Isaac Becker, the first baseman, 1 for 2. Swung on, fouls it straight back at the grandstand. It's a hot shot, strike 1. Swanson back in the windup. The offering, swung on, ripped right back up the middle. Palaio races to it in time for out number 1. A well-hit ball. We've seen some pretty nice defense here. A handful of errors here and there. Perhaps some of these players still adjusting to playing on turf. Perhaps that's not the case. Could be a solution. 4 batters faced in 4 consecutive outs for Ethan Swanson, yet to register a base runner allowed. We'll go to Jared Kirkman. Watches the fastball breeze on by him for strike 1. The pitch, and that'll skip to the backstop. Wild pitch. Ball 1. Kirkman heading into this at bat 1 for 9 on the season. 1 down, nobody on base. Swanson, the Oklahoman. Check swing on that one. And called strike 2. Fourth pitch of the at-bat, and Kirkman throws the edge of the bat at it, finds a barrel, but a bit of a defensive swing there. Fouls it over the concession stand. One and 2. Fastball just outside for ball 2. Swanson from the windup. And another foul ball. Kirkman battling here with 2 and 2. That pitch taken on the corner. Strike 3. Ethan Swanson dominating here in relief. That's his 3rd strikeout in 5 hitters. Breezing on by here. Pitch is looking effective. First pitch of the at-bats. Look at that curveball. Jaden Cockerell watches it go by for strike 1. And there's a slider, and there's strike 2. A plethora of pitches. We've seen Swanson, a fastball that's got a bit of a 2-seam movement, a slider and a curveball. Both plenty of break. The 0-2. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. See ya. Strike 3, 6 hitters, and 6 straight outs for Ethan Swanson. And we're going to stretch things out here in Corbett Fields. And we'll be right back with the bottom of the 7th inning. It's still Souris Valley 10, Red River 1 on ELTV. Welcome back to the Magic City, coming at you live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs YouTube channel. We would like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast tonight. Wishing each and every one of you a very special Memorial Day here as we honor and remember those who served and fought for this great country of ours. Luis Pelayo for the second straight inning going to lead things off here as we had the entire batting order 1 through 9 hitting that 4 spot in the 6th. Pelayo singled and scored in the 6th. He's 2 for 4 tonight. He has been incredible. So now Luis Pelayo for the first time tonight will face Joshua Simon. He's flashed plenty of velo out here tonight. Looking kind of similar to Ethan Swanson on some of these pitches. Able to finally stop the bleeding for the Pilots in the 6th and put away the Sabre Dogs for good. He gets the first pitch past Pelayo for strike 1. If Simon keeps this up, he might be buying himself more innings out there on the mound. The 0-1. Fastball just inside, ball 1. Want to thank Luis Pelayo for joining us on the post-game show last night up here in the First Western broadcasting booth. Perhaps tonight we ought to talk to either Ben Newbert or Cody Muncie, I would feel. Either of those. Got to show some more love for our hitters. And it was a tremendous week indeed for both Newbert and Muncie finally coming around, getting some to work in his favor. The 2-1. Swung on, rolled him over towards second base. Pelayo with the speed, just not in time. Nice to see the hard 90. But he'll be retired 4-3 for out number 1. Davey Demeter comes back up to the plate. 1 hit in 4 previous at-bats in this one. Four pitches, already 1 out for Simon here in the 7th. The Sabre Dogs could end it with just 1 more run here before 2 more outs. First pitch of the at-bat, a slider just running outside for ball 1. Demeter won't chase. Second pitch of the at-bat, low, ball 2. As it currently stands, Demeter with 4 hits and 14 at-bats this summer. Third pitch of the at-bat, fastball in the black, maybe even a little over the whites of the plate. But Simon just doesn't get it. It's ball 3. And this time, no doubt about it, get me over fastball for strike 1. And some of these edges, it looks like pretty good spots from up here, but just not getting it. A called strike 2, this time on the upper outer corner. So now Demeter, after working ahead in the count 3-0, gets to a full count. Simon quickly with the payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Tough break for Demeter, swung right through a fastball upstairs. And it's 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Stepping in 3 for 4, another big night offensively for Ben Newbert. Pair of singles and a home run, takes a big hack at a first pitch curveball. He wanted all that one. We love baseball here at Corbin, but I think people want him to end the game with that one. 0-1. Way upstairs, ball 1 on the second pitch. 14 base hits, 10 runs scored. Regardless of the outcome, it was a tremendous offensive night for Souris Valley, but I don't think they want to be done just yet. Simon from the windup gets his pitch. Fastball. Newbert ready to hit up there, but stays disciplined. Lets it go outside. Ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike, Simon. with a breath, and the pitch. Still outside, ball 3. We've been here once tonight already. 3 balls to 1 strike to Ben Newbert. I don't think you want to leave too much of a pretty pitch for him to hit. We've been here once. Oh, and he just didn't get it. Simon gets him swinging and missing with a slider for strike 2, and we got another full count on back-to-back at-bats. Newbert. Base hit ball for approach, and the pitch. Fastball, he'll foul it straight back on the 6th pitch of the at-bats. First 4 games of the year, Newbert R3 hitter for Souris Valley. And he's handled it well. From the windup, another payoff. Fastball just off the plate. Taken for ball 4. It did not miss by much. We now move right along to Chris Monroe. 455 average coming into this game for Chris Monroe. Another multi-hit game for him. Doubled and scored his last time up. He's 2 for 4. Watches that. First pitch fastball in the other box for ball 1. Now played about 2 hours, 20 minutes. This might be our longest game played yet. I'm not quite sure on that one. 1-0. Fastball. Thigh high for strike 1. Again, Monroe, a former Northwoods League All-Star, also a Prospect League All-Star. Hits well for contact and can put the power on display. 1-1 to Monroe. There's a 5-hole. It gets past Cockerell again. About the 3rd pass ball we've seen cost Red River here tonight. Simon, the fastball just skipping perfectly between the legs. So Monroe working ahead in the count now. 2 balls, 1 strike, trying to bring home Newbert from second. 4th pitch of the at-bat, Simon back in the stretch. Nobody holding Newbert. This one ripped into left field, and they're going to try to send Newbert. The throw to the plate. It's cut off, and that's the ball game. Chris Monroe walks it off. 10-run rule style. What great hustle from Ben Newbert. A great game for Souris Valley. They dominated here tonight. That'll end the homestand, and Souris Valley will be on the road tomorrow for 3 straight away games before we return to Corbett on Friday. But don't you go anywhere. We're going to have a very special post-game show coming your way in just a little bit. We'll talk to Coach Kieran and a hand-picked player right after this. Your final score, Souris Valley 10-run rule after 7, 11-1. We'll be back in a moment on ELTV. welcome back to the postgame show on First Western International Bank's broadcasting booth, coming at you live from Corbett Field on Memorial Day. That might have been the most fun we've had so far tonight, especially if you're a fan of the offensive firepower. And joining us on the postgame show now, a guy that possesses plenty of it, Ben Newbert, joining us on the postgame show. What a heck of a week it was for you to start off this home series. And another great night for you tonight, 3 base hits and 4 at-bats. And, of course, a home run that just got out of here in a hurry. You know, man, talk about how you thought you did tonight.
I mean, honestly, I couldn't be happier with the way today went. I mean, I don't want to count out Cody either. Cody hit his first homer. Oppo, it was a great swing, and he's been working on it. I mean, the rest of the team hit really good. We had 15 hits. Ethan shut everybody down, and then Swanson came in, did the same exact thing. So it was a good game all around for everyone.
Absolutely. So you're on an absolute roll, but you're pretty confident, smooth at the plate, and it shows. First pitch you've seen, pretty confident that was a home run, but you're saying that one, well, you didn't quite think it was going to get out of here. Just a screaming line drive, but you know what? You're heading on the road to Red River. You're on quite a roll. You know, talk about what you're hoping for the Dogs at Grand Forks.
I mean, we just played them. Hopefully we're going to see the same exact pitching, and if we hit anywhere near the way we hit this weekend, I don't see why we won't win 4 more.
Fantastic. We love to hear it. Ben Newbert, our 3-hitter and one of our top bats early in the summer for the Sabre Dogs. Ben, anything you want to add?
Nah, just go Dogs.
All right, I love it. Ben, thank you so much on the postgame show. Great to have you. Now we're going to welcome on the skipper, Coach Michael, coming up now on the postgame show. Your final score, 11-1. And Michael, on Dogs Daily today in the pregame, you said we've already seen about 3 ways to win a game, but how about the firepower here tonight to finally get the first 10-run rule?
Yeah, it's the 4th way to win, right? Winning by a 10-run rule. I mean, that's, I think, the first in the league history, so it's pretty cool to see. I mean, dang, did we swing it tonight. Just up and down the lineup, we swung it. I mean, Louis got us going, putting the ball off the fence, and then Ben was great all night. Chris had some really, really nice swings. Cam at the bottom of the lineup was really hitting, and then, I mean, Cody Muncie finally got one to fall because he just hit it over the fence. I mean, it was awesome to see. Up and down, it was really, really good.
Absolutely. Now let's give some love out there on the field. Reed Butts, not a bad start, just kind of ran the pitch count up a little bit, but still struck out 9 batters in 20 of which he faced. And how about Ethan Swanson? Efficient, just 6 batters faced, and he didn't allow 1 base runner, and he simply dominated. Let's talk about the pitchers now.
Yeah, Reed, he threw really, really well. I mean, I told him, I said the first 3 innings, that's about as good as you can get. I mean, his first inning, he struck out all 3 hitters. Yeah, he's got to get built up again. He's had a long layoff from the season, so he's just got to get built up again. I mean, deeper in the season, we probably let him throw another inning. But, you know, we wanted to get Ethan some work, and dang, was he good. I mean, fastball was up to 94. Breaking ball was really, really good. I was really excited to see him pitch, and dang, did he exceeded expectations. He looked awesome out there, and, I mean, it was just a really good group effort. It was a team win. I mean, look at defense. I mean, we had 0 errors, and we pitched the heck out of it, swung the heck out of it. I mean, it's really easy to coach when we do all 3 facets well.
And we're finally starting to see this Summer League team finally kind of start to take place, as today, from beginning to end, it really just felt like y'all were in the driver's seat. And speaking of the driver's seat, y'all are finally going to be going on the road for the first time tomorrow for a 3-game stay in Grand Forks to continue the Route 2 rivalry with the Red River Pilots. What are you hoping to bring on the road with you tomorrow?
You know, playing a different stadium, but just keep the same type of swagger, keep the same type of focus, play loose, have fun. I mean, you know, the good thing is only 3 hours away. You know, it's not going to mess up our routine so much. So we just got to go and take care of business. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to it too, Coach. Unfortunately, we can't be there. We'll be tuning in, and we will be itching to get back here Friday for more Sabre Dog baseball from Corbett Field. Coach, great start to the year.
Yeah, thank you. Go Dogs.
Ben Newbert and Coach Kieran joining us on the postgame show. Let's quickly wrap things up for you here from Corbett Fields. Taking a look at those offensive numbers for the Red River Pilots. Joey Hayden going 0 for 3 in the lineup tonight. A 1 for 3 performance with a run scored for Tyler Wiltshire. 1 for 3 as well for Jason Willers. Carter Payne got a base hit as well, 1 for 3. So not a bad offensive The game most considered, this one cut short. 0 for 3 for Tanner Thompson, 1 for 3 for Isaac Becker, and 0 for 3 nights for Jared Kirkman and Jaden Cockerell, and 0 for 1 with a walk to Alex Miller. The losing pitcher tonight, Kobe Fredlands. 2 strikeouts, 9 hits given up, 6 runs, only half earned through 3 innings of work. And for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, their 4th straight win and the first sweep of the year. Luis Palaio on the leadoff spot, 2 for 5, 2 runs scored, doing a leadoff hitter's job. Davey Demeter, 1 for 5. Ben Newbert, 3 for 4, 4 runs scored, and 2 batted in. Chris Monroe, a big night, 3 for 4, 2 runs batted in, plus the walk-off for the 10-run rule. 2 runs also scored. Cody Muncie, 2 for 4, and that bomb for 2 runs batted in. Also batted in another and scored 2 himself. Fortunately, 0 for 4 for Seth Delgado, 1 for 3 with a run scored and batted in for Alex Crouch. Cam Willman in his Sabre Dog debut, 1 for 3, 2 runs batted in, and a 2 for 4 nights for Dustin Mertz. Your winning pitcher, Reed Butts, 9 strikeouts and 4 hits given up and 1 earned run in 5 innings of work. That's going to do it for us here from Corbett Field. It has been a blast these first 4 days. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning into our broadcast from the First Western International Bank Broadcasting booth. And be sure to tune in again. Grand Forks finally going to get their first home games of the year. Tune into the broadcast. And don't forget to cheer on those Sabre Dogs. I want to thank my left-hand man here, Mr. Justin Levy, for the broadcast production. Jacob Fletcher on the PA. Ty Barrett and Drew Fiddler doing great jobs down